Hey everyone, Kyle returning with the Call of Gaming. Now, there are many great video game characters out there. There are heroes, villains, anti-heroes, and many others. But who are the greatest? Sure, there are a lot of debates of who the greatest characters are, but I want to give you my top 10 characters. Now, before I begin, I just want to give you this is entirely opinion based. The reasons that they are my favorite are due to their story, powers, and or motivation. We may agree on some things while disagree with others. Also, in no way do I own these characters in any shape or form. They belong to the respective owners. This is my top 10 characters list, part 1. Number 10, Simon Belmont from Castlevania. Castlevania was one of the first games I've ever played, and it was very, very hard. But just because it was hard did not mean it was an awful game. The game has beautiful stages, awesome gameplay, and a good story. The main character, Simon Belmont, sets out to Transylvania, put an end to Dracula's reign. While he may dress up in full leather and uses a whip to destroy his enemies, he still manages to get the job done. On his quest, he can find many sub-weapons, from axes to crosses. And some of these weapons are much needed in some situations. In fact, I would like to see Simon and his family take on vampires from Twilight. Because we all know vampires don't sparkle. Yeah. Simon, one leather wearing whip using vampire hunter that puts any monster in its place. Number 9, Mario and Luigi, Super Mario Bros. Sure, the game that basically started it all. These two brothers were Italian plumbers that set out an adventure to rescue the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom from the evil Koopa King. What makes these characters so great is that both of them are willing to sacrifice their lives for the kingdom. Also, the younger brother, Luigi, allows the princess to go with Mario. To me, that is a selfless act that should be rewarded with many more Luigi games. As far as I know, he only starred in 3 games. Number 1, Mario's Missing. Number 2, Luigi's Mansion. And number 3, Luigi's Mansion 2. While Mario's Missing was a terrible game, both Luigi's Mansion 1 and 2 were fantastic. Whenever there's trouble in the Mushroom Kingdom, you can be sure these two plumbers are going to save the day. Number 8, Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII. Where do I even begin with this guy? His village and mother were taken from him at a young age. The man he looked up to was responsible for it. He failed to protect his childhood friend from getting hurt. His best friend and him were experimented on like guinea pigs. His best friend also died while protecting him from the Shinra army. And he snapped due to the combined weight and trauma of Genova cells, which created a new persona and memories from within him. Cloud starts the game as an egotistical, cynical mercenary that cares about nothing other than being paid. However, as the game progresses, Cloud, along with the help of his friends and sacrifices, starts to care about the world and will do anything to protect the planet and his friends. Cloud is a great character due to his past. He describes himself that he was better than those immature kids, but it was stated that he longed for a friendship. As a child, he was struggling between distance and acceptance, and as an adult, he's struggling with personal gains and personal morals. By the end of the game, he comes to accept for what he is and what he has done, both good and bad. Hope one day that Cloud's story can be told once again on the PlayStation and Xbox. Number 7, John Morris from Castlevania Bloodlines. Being the son of Quincy Morris from Bram Stoker's Dracula, he is a descendant of the Belmont clan, the clan Simon hails from. Hailing from Texas, USA, he takes Belmont's clan's family heirloom, the vampire kill whip, and heads to Dracula's castle with his best friend Eric Lacarde. Not only does his coolness stem from Quincy, but it also stems from one of my favorite families in video games. Like his ancestors, he uses sub-weapons to help him out on his quest. Not only is his character great, but also he had the best and only Castlevania game on the Sega Genesis. The game starts out in Romania at Dracula's ruined castle. John and Eric are on a quest to stop Elizabeth Bartley, Dracula's niece, who was involved in assassinating the Crown Prince of Austria. After finishing Romania, the game then takes place all over Europe, from Athens to Italy. With beautiful gameplay, awesome music, and a great story, this is one game you should definitely check out. Number 6. Smoke from Mortal Kombat. Being burned alive as a child, then returning from the grave as an Ninja, a white light, fabric, and smoke, this is one stealthy ninja that will keep you on your toes. Having no memories of his personal life, or his previous life for that matter, he was eventually found by the Lin Kuei clan and was taken in due to his ability to transform into mist. However, his clan turned him into a cyborg and was tasked to do horrible things for his clans. Sure, he was a sprite rep of Scorpion in his debut of Mortal Kombat 2. I, however, find Smoke as an excellent fighter as the game's progressed. With Reptile's invisibility and Scorpion's spear, this is one ninja that will keep players on their toes. Number 5. Akuma or Goki from Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. A man filled with rage and the killing intent. This martial artist will do anything for a good fight. When people first fought him in Street Fighter 2, they only had one reaction. My god, that was insane. Akuma, or Goki in Japan, is a sinister creature, always lurking in the shadows for his next fight. He is powered by the Satsui no Hado, or Japanese for the surge of the killing intent, which makes the fighter incredibly strong. However, the fighter loses their humanity and their stance on fighting becomes darker and sinister. Goki succumbed to this power when training with his master Gotetsu. As a result, he killed his master in an honorable death match. Now he roams the world looking for a better fighter than he is. Sure, he's not the friendliest looking guy around, but he sticks with the warrior's code. His code of the warrior is that he fights to improve his skills, defeat powerful foes, or on rare, and I mean a very rare occasion, to gouge the other's ability. Goki does not harm children either, or women, unless they are fighters. Case in point, Chun-Li, Cammy, or any other women from Street Fighter series. He also has access to 2 other forms, Shin Goki and Oni. Now, Shin is the Japanese word for true, while Goki is the Japanese word for devil or demon. So his name translates out to true demon or devil. In this form, he moves quicker and is more powerful. His last form is an Oni, or a Japanese version of an ogre or troll. In this form, his abilities are his peak. He also loses his warrior's code and gives in to his inner rage and beast. He attacks truly in an animalistic manner. However, Oni is only a what-if situation to the Street Fighter storyline. Sorry guys, I don't think even Chuck Norris can take on the challenge of beating Goki. Goki, quote, both heaven and earth tremble before his might, end quote. Well, that's all for today, but be sure to tune in next time as I finish with the rest of my favorite characters. Has your favorite character made this list yet? If not, email suggestions on how you would improve this list at Gmail with info.with.avoice. Until next time, Kyle signing off.